So what is going on, guys, and welcome to the midway point of the 2053 season as I attempt to record this video again. Already recorded once, realised I had the wrong microphone set up so it was echoey, which made my voice more annoying than before. I know, who'd have thought that was possible? So, we start by looking at the rankings. So in terms of competition rankings, the league has moved up one place to 18th after our Champions League win. In terms of us, we've moved up 10 places to 7th. We are now ranked higher than Manchester City and Barcelona. That's a success. A club from the Faroe Islands ranked higher than Manchester City and Barcelona. In terms of coefficient-wise, we are now 14th. We do lose a 9.75. That's the year we won the Europa League. The year after we lose this 5.75. That's going to be a nice one to lose. Not so much this one, but we keep going. Could be a couple of years where we maybe drop a little bit, but then I do think we could jump very high. You can see here we've gained a Champions League spot. So from the 2054-55 season, so the end of this season, whoever comes second will qualify for the Champions League for the year after, which it looks like it's probably going to be KI this year. Struggling with the green screen tonight, getting it tidied up. So we didn't have to qualify for the Champions League because we won it last year. So we go straight into the group phase. We're going to be coming up against Man United at home, Real Sociedad at home, Troyes away, Feyenoord away, Man City away. 3 tough away games there. Don't take for granted them. Real Betis away, and then ending with Hocken at home and Schalke at home. Now, in terms of the 4 home games, Man United and Sociedad are teams who we've really struggled against in the past. Troyes away, ranked 182nd, but must have done something well in France to get into the Champions League. I don't think it's as an easy of a group of games as it looks, but at the same time, I would like to see us do well. We have 2 teams ranked in the top 10 coefficient ranking. We have another 2 in the top 20. And then you have Feyenoord in the top 30. So we have some really tough sides to play. It's going to be a tough one. So transfers in. Our first transfer in is Marius Hansen. Now, he doesn't come in to play for the first team. He comes in as a B team player. I wanted him to get regular football. He wasn't getting out of Copenhagen. He did come through our academy as well. So there's an academy player coming back to play for the B team. He started well. 9 games, 6 goals, 5 assists. But coming in as a B team player, it just means we have a national team player going to be playing regular football, which is nice. The next player coming back is a nickname player. This is Inderberg, if you remember him, but he's come back nicknamed Paul as a request from a viewer due to the fact that he has a bald head and wears a red t-shirt, I assume. Not the fact that he looks like a drug dealing peanut head. I'm hoping that's not what people assume I look like. Was waiting for the wife to comment from in the background there, but he just... Lena, can you see this guy?
No.
Look on this corner of my screen.
No.
Can you not see him?
No.
Oh. Okay. She'll check after, and I'll put in the comments if she agrees he looks like me. Yes, he's bald. Just because he's bald doesn't mean he looks like me. We paid 16.5 million for him to bring him back. This is going to be his 3rd spell at the club. And honestly, we needed more quality in them wings, attacking mid, striker position. Paul come back age 30. I think is money well spent. The next 2 players are all about giving money to our clubs in our division. Now, KI, if they're going to qualify for Champions League, I wanted to pump money into them. So I've gave them 10 million, signing this guy, Tunga, who is one of the young players who I'm giving game time for the national team. And this guy as well. Both have shocking personalities. Both will probably never play for my first team. But that's 10 million given to KI, hopefully to help them improve and help the nation improve. The next sign is a loan deal with the option to buy for 30 million. Haven. Volkert Haven comes in from Brescia. Came through the academy in Brescia, even though it says last club was Herenveen. Work that out. But picked him, bring him in on loan. We have a 30 million to buy option. I'm retraining him as a deep line playmaker to see would he suit us, would he play well. he's not started well, let me put it that way. But I wanted to bring him in and give him a chance because he looked a really good player. Wasn't interested in signing for us at the minute, but hopefully once he's been on loan, they do then settle at the club and want to sign. But I don't know, perfectionist personality, 18 years old, I thought he could be a proper gem. Not hit the ground running, but we will keep an eye on him. So the next two signings are players who are brought back to the club to add depth. After slagging Nielsen off when we sold him, I've now brought him back. He is susceptible to mistakes. He does make the odd mistake which costs you goals. But the fact he's a homegrown player being Danish, only 25, cost me 12.5 million to bring him back to the club. It's worth the signing. He can play centre-back, defensive mid and centre-mid if we had that position. I like him. I do like him. And he is versatile, which is very useful. Now also coming back is Mufasa, who tore the place up when he was last with us, shall we say. It was his third spell now coming back. He scored a lot of goals for us, and honestly I think him and Makengo again up top just offers that rotation option which guarantees goals. So really delighted for 9.75 million, which takes our spend to 89 million. Now let's look at the outs, which are going to be very disappointing for some people, but let me explain. So the first big out of the summer is Eric for 14.25. Not a sale I wanted to make, but unfortunately part of his original contract was a minimum fee release, which couldn't be removed. His agent was adamant that was staying in. We paid 2 million, we sold him for 14.25. He was turned into a top player, so I'm disappointed he's gone for so little. But unfortunately, being one of these smaller nation clubs, sometimes players come in with these release fees you can't remove, and sometimes you do lose them. So the next one we're going to look at, Hansen's gone to Cremonese for 1.9. Runar has left us. He's gone to Atalanta for 48 million, which was again a release fee which his agent put in. Again, I couldn't get out. Again, he wouldn't sign a new contract. So we were stuck with that and just hoping nobody offered it. But Atalanta, after being a Champions League winner for AB, Atalanta decided to pick up our deep line playmaker for 48 million. So two players I'm very sad to see go. Haller, one of our young English players we picked up, and Loneland went Augsburg for 3.5 million, which was 35. Rising to 3.5 in the end, but with a 50% of next sale. He never did anything for us, to be honest with you. He played for our B team and did score some goals, 33 goals in that season there, but never broke into the first team. So cashing in on him and just bringing some money back into the club, plus a 50% next sale, I think was worth doing. A loan to point out is Cleveland has gone to KI. I think that's a good loan there. And then just some other salesmen around the club, which aren't really worth getting into, to be honest with you. So looking at how things are going, obviously after the Champions League win, you weren't here that long ago. We've now played 22 games, won 21, lost only that one game which was against KI in between them two Champions League games. So we are in a very strong position there going into these Champions League games coming up. So the next video will be the end of season review. Hopefully this video is being recorded with the correct audio, and hopefully the next video will be the end of season review where we are discussing doing some good things in the Champions League, securing this league title which we're very close to doing anyway, winning the cup which is coming up against our B team in the final. Hopefully we can win that cup and yeah, continuing to progress as a B manager. I've been Paul, also known as Northman, and I'll see you next time.